Hello and welcome to the Fix-It Shed. If you like to save money by doing things yourself, you're going to want to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss anything. So today I'm going to be doing an oil change on my 2005 Ford Explorer Sport Trac with a 4-liter engine. So this is the first time I've changed the oil on the vehicle myself, and it actually might be the last, but stay tuned for more on that. So I have a new tip that's been passed along from a viewer, and I also have something to watch out for when you're changing the oil filter. So the first thing you want to figure out is what oil to use and how much you need. So you can check in your owner's manual, or it's pretty easy to find out online. And I know there's a lot of quality motor oils to choose from out there. There's Castrol and STP and Valvoline. And when I go to buy the motor oil, the biggest deciding factor for me is what's on sale. So I was able to purchase the 5 quarts of oil that this truck needs plus a filter for less than $25, and that was a pretty good deal. So on most vehicles, if you just look at the oil filler cap, you can see what weight oil it requires. And then you want to check your owner's manual or check online and find out how many quarts it requires to fill. So looking around underneath the truck, this is the oil pan, this is your drain plug that we're going to need to remove, and the oil filter is tucked way up inside here. So that's going to be a little bit tricky to get to. So hopefully I have the right tool. Like I said, I haven't done this on this truck before. Alright, so now I've got the camera set up in a stationary position. The oil filter is right here, and the drain plug is here. Alright, so the oil pan drain plug is a 1/2-inch bolt. So I've got a 1/2-inch socket on my ratchet, and we're going to loosen it. Really? Alright, we're going to let that drain out. Okay, so ideally, if I had a larger filter wrench like this, that would work very well in this situation, but I don't, and like I said, this might be the last time I change the oil in this truck. So I'm not going to go out and buy another one just for this specific purpose. This is your standard oil wrench, old-fashioned oil wrench, which I don't know if I have enough room to maneuver, but I'm going to try. So basically, I just want to make sure that I can get it started first. Yep. Okay, that's going to turn. You can't see. So I am able to give that a little bit of turn, and that seems to work just fine. So I will manage with that. Fortunately, this does bend a little bit here, so that gives me a little bit of room that I can work with. So now when I go to remove this, the oil is going to run down the sides of the oil filter. And I had a viewer whose name is the Harbor Boys, and he recommended poking a small hole in the bottom of the filter and letting the oil drain out first. Makes it a little bit less messy, so I'm going to give that a try. So he said just use a small screwdriver, like what I have here. And this is kind of the low corner of it, so I'm just going to poke a little bit of a hole. And I'm just going to let that run right out. Alright, that looks like it's done dripping. Let's see if we can loosen it. Yeah, now I can turn it by hand. There it goes. So now when you're looking up at where the oil filter mounts, you want to make sure that this surface is nice and clean. And that the old gasket is not stuck up on there. Okay, so now on the old oil filter, you want to make sure that this rubber gasket has stayed on the filter and isn't stuck on the mounting surface on the engine. So if that gets stuck up there and you don't notice it, when you thread the new oil filter on, it's not going to make a good seal, and they call that double gasket. So you want to make sure that this gasket has stayed on the old oil filter. All right, so now on the new filter, right now this gasket is dry, and so we want to put a little bit of oil on the new gasket so that when you tighten it up, it makes a good seal. So I'm actually just going to use the jug of new oil. Okay, and I'm just going to open this top a little bit, and there's actually some oil right on this, and I'm just going to wipe that off, and I'm going to use that to loosen or to moisten the gasket. Just like that. Alright, now we're ready to install the new filter, and we're just going to slide it up, spin it on. And you just want to go until the gasket hits, and then you're going to turn it one more time, if you can, as close as you can get. There you go. That's about as tight as it's going to get, and that's as good as it needs to be. Now we've drained the oil, put the drain plug back in, we remove the old filter and reinstall the new one. We're ready to go up top and add some oil. Alright, now we're ready to pour the oil in, and it's 5 quarts, so it should take the whole jug. We're just going to take the cap off. Got it filled full funnel. Cap back on. Alright, now we want to run the engine just for a minute to circulate the oil, and then we'll check it again. Alright, now we want to check the oil again. Okay, so we're back. Your battery died. We were going to check the oil after running it for a little bit, and let me clear that off and try again. Yep, and that's at the top of the thatched area, so that's full. Okay, so that completes the oil change on the 2005 Ford Explorer Sport Trac with a 4-liter engine. So if you got something out of this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'm just going to check and make sure, because I don't want it to